Hello folks, welcome to the Whiskered Woodcarver. I'm Jeff C., a visual marketing and live video strategist, and this is the show where I carve for about 30 minutes and talk with my friends. And today's topic is 3 things that people might find surprising about you. So that's what we're going to be chatting about today as we finish up Mr. Bear. So if you guys don't know, we have been working on, this is kind of a final project right here. And this is how far we've gotten. So we're pretty close. I'm going to probably add the fur today and clean up some stuff, and then we need to pick what we're going to do next. So let's jump right to the carving cam. Here we go. As always, we got to start with the old safety apparatus and doing that with this cut-resistant glove. I think I called it cut-proof. I don't think any glove is cut-proof, but and then my little slip-on leather guide here that I put on. So yeah, I think we forgot last time, actually. Josh was supposed to remind me, but we forgot to sharpen our little knives, so I need to do that. But Joshua, thank you so much for showing up. I missed you as well. I appreciate you saying that about being inspiration. I'm glad you enjoy the time together. I think it's kind of fun, all the people that we see popping in. And of course, my dad is there. He's probably carving away as well. Who knows? So there we go. So I'm going to start with my little knife, and so we've got a couple things just to, I'm just going to clean up today, but we'll probably get started on the fur. And I like with the fur to kind of have like 2 different sizes. It may be hard to see, but if you can see, got just a little texture in the bear, and I like to use 2 different sizes of V-tool for that. And so we'll probably go around and do that. We also need to add these little patches. You can see 2 of them on the front there. So we'll probably add those today as well. So we'll see how far we get in 30 minutes, but I think we'll get pretty close. So I just want to make sure everything looks good, kind of clean. So Joshua's 3 things are: number 1, I was never religious prior to becoming who I am. Never used to touch or eat vegetables. He drew, write, and engrave. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that about you. I didn't know you wrote until recently, Josh. That's very cool. Mostly just redo things that I find and like. Might just change details. Okay, very cool. Yeah, so that's something. 3 things that people may not know about Joshua Kennedy. And he recently started his own business, I believe, doing engraving for people. So that's very cool, Josh. So let's see. We were kind of finishing up some stuff here on the pants. Let me clean up some of this stuff. Some of the little cuts and so forth. So you have right here, I've got a cut line that I still have from the bandsaw that I need to get out. So, just want to clean up this a little bit. So, there we go. Alright. Custom decor. That sounds fancy, Josh. Kennedy's Cross. Very cool. I hope everybody's having a good Monday. It's hot here, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, Josh, you told me that your wife got you some business cards. That's cool. I can't wait to see them. That's very awesome. That was nice of her to do that. Did she surprise you, or did you know that was coming? Mustache is falling down. So warm, it's melting. So I'm trying to think what we're going to do next. There's some stuff I'm going to try with some Santas, but I may just go, because I've already got the blank cut out, is do a little gnome Santa that I need to practice on a little bit. I think it'll be fun to do. It's a little more difficult than the bear, but I think it'll be fun. hope everybody's not having a crazy Monday. Mine started out a little crazy, but it calmed down, which is nice. And it's a nice way to end the day with some carving. So Joshua goes, it's fancy. She calls it to me. It's I make wood stuff. Very cool. She surprised you. We had talked about it, but she did it anyway. That was a nice surprise. That's sweet for your wife to do that. It's always nice getting those little surprises. So Joshua, do you like giving gifts or getting them better? You know, there's those love languages. So do you like giving them or getting? You know, I won't judge you either way. You know, everybody can have a bad... Joshua said he had a bad Monday. I think everybody has those every once in a while. And during all this stuff, I think, you know, it's understandable. The thing is not to dwell on it. Just go, yeah, had a sucky day today. I'm going to move forward. Tomorrow won't be sucky. That's what I like to tell myself. Alright. Man, I think we're getting really pretty close. Very cool. All right. So let me just this face just a little bit. I need to get the eyes dug out a little bit here. Or get them ready to use the little chisel on it. Hey, Carrie Ray, how are you doing? Hope you had a good weekend. The topic today is 3 things that people might find surprising about you. So this should be interesting for you, Carrie. What are a couple things that people might find surprising about you? So we were talking about gift getting, and Josh says, I love getting, but I love making people's faces light up. That's a good answer, Josh. All right. Looking pretty good right there. Still need to clean up a little bit. Okay. Let's see, I need my... So we're going to use, first of all, this little V-tool to make some like fur just around the arms, just like this. Just add a little bit of texture to Mr. Bear. It's going to be kind of hard to see, but there's little textures going on right there. When you get the paint in it, it really pops. So you can kind of, let's see if you can see it. Right there. So you can see those little fur marks. I had a good weekend, Carrie. I kind of relaxed a little bit. We had some friends over for some social distancing talking yesterday. That was fun. Got to bed a little late, but it turned out to be a good day. So Dad says, not carving today. Had a bunch of other things to do. I have a new project lined up to carve. Very cool. So there we kind of get all those little... I use a knife to get some of these little fuzzies out. So you can see I got the arm, like just the texture kind of going in there, and then I like to use my bigger one and just make some bigger marks. Kind of have a little offset, just like that. happy little cuts. There we go. Do some more here on the back. And this big one lets you kind of get little different different depths and little different widths by how far you push it down, so that's kind of cool. And then I like to go in with my little one and go in there. So, not sure, Carrie says, not sure what else people will find surprising that you don't already know. Haha. So Dad says people seem surprised that he carves or do woodworking. Without wood, it's just work. Yeah. You've always done some sort of wood projects, even when I was growing up. Here we go. Hi, awesome. Hi, bot. Thanks for, oh, that's, Mr. Offline is following me now over on Mixer. Hey, Mr. Offline, how are you doing? Good to see you from Mixer. Doing a little carving on a little bear here. So you can see we got some of the texture. I got to clean up a little bit of these little fuzzies that kind of popped up when I was doing the V-tool. Trim them off a little bit. And that side, you can see now it's got a little texture in the arm. Dude, that's really fuzzed out over there. It's kind of weird. There we go. I think what I'm going to do, remember I got this little spray bottle with 50% alcohol, 50% water. I think that'll help if I spray it. Keep out maybe some of the fuzzies. So we're going to do that. Do the back of his neck here, using this little V-tool. So Carrie says, I guess I'm the handyman woman of the 5 girls. So where do you fall, Carrie, in the order? Are you the middle, oldest? How do you fall in that sisterhood? So Dad says, a carver I follow on YouTube has a new bear product only 3 inches tall. I had a tutorial I've watched a couple times, have it laid out on a block of wood. Very cool. I have to go check that out. Fuzzies are bothering me. There we go. So kind of a couple little marks here, random on the head. Kind of on the back of the ears here. Very cool. Just do that. Yeah, 3 inches. That's a small little. That's a pretty ambitious project there, Dad. Get his face here, his little neck. like that. It's when you're trying to be random, you all of a sudden notice how much you're doing it in one spot. That's why I like going back over it with that bigger one. Oops, where's this side? There we go. So you got some texture now in his head there. So what I use is like to get all those little fuzzies out. Is I have a dental brush that I'll use. I'll do that before I paint it, and it gets all those little fuzzies out of the little nooks and crannies. So use this big one and kind of go over, make some different sized ones here. Like that. So Dad, you got a request to come over here and do some carving, or at least show it off. I should bring some of Dad's sometime to show it off. He just did a pretty cool snowman with a big old hat. It's pretty awesome. We need to figure out a way to wire his shop so I can show you guys some of the go live and do some of his pins. I really need to. I'm gonna start like offering his pins for people to buy on this thing. I think I'll do that like at the end of the show or something. I think that would be fun. All right, that looks pretty good for the texture. Need some more on his back of his head. A couple up here. Hey Lisa, yeah, she loves that pin. I gotta remember which one I know it reminded you of the Shakespeare thing that you went and saw, Lisa. But yeah, that was a fun one. So Mr. Bear is pretty much textured up as for fur. So there you go, kind of got his fur going. So now, to finish it up, we need to, remember we've got on this one, we've got these little patches. So I gotta figure out where I want the patches to go. And I've got to do this little, I don't know, pocket, I guess. So let me sketch that pocket up there somewhere. Let's just do it right about here. Like this. Right there. There we go. Just like that. Rough little pocket. And we kind of spray this. So we'll just go straight up from here. Like that. And go across. Ah, that's why you wear that cut-proof glove. Like that. I'm not trying to be perfect because it's kind of a whimsical bear. Like that. And then another one over here. Yeah, that's what I'm wanting. And a little one right in the middle. Like that. So there's his little pocket, and I'll just kind of Make that a little deeper. Cutting up to it there. Just like that. There we go. There we go. I just like to make it a little deeper and make it have a little more shadows. I always say we try to carve the shadows a little bit. Down on this side. Like that. So Dad goes, there's many carvers who carve little people with amazing detail. Yeah, Carver at Silver City carved a chess set that was characters. Yeah, that was Van. I actually have one of his templates that I need to, that I've been saving. It was a cool chess set. It was like all hillbillies. It's pretty funny. So Joshua says his brother almost bought a pin, went back for it, and found someone else and nabbed it. So we haven't decided. I keep asking. Nobody really has a good idea. What should we do with Mr. Bear? Should I sell it? I got to paint it first, but then should I auction it off? What should I do? Or should I have a contest? I'd love to know your thoughts, what I should do with Mr. Bear here. All right, so there's the little, and then there's a, it's hard to see, but there's like little stitching around the pocket, and I just use a little pin. So I'm gonna do the little stitching just by poking the pin in, and what'll happen is the antiquing that I do will make those holes dark. It'll probably be hard for you guys to see here, but it's those. I like those little details. So down on the other side. This is what I'll do also about those little patches around. We've got to decide where they want to go first. And you don't have to be super, even on your stitching, because it's a hillbilly bear, and he probably sewed these for himself, or Ma Bear, and he's not going to say anything. He's smart. He's lived around. He's been around the bear block a couple times. He knows not to say anything about his wife's stitching. All right, there you go. Kind of hard to see, but they're really faint, but they'll fill in just like this when it's painted. So now for the patches. Let's see. I kind of want to patch a little different on this one, so I'm going to still do one kind of here. Maybe I'll make it a little bigger this time. And that one was down there. I want to do one up here this time. Yeah, okay. Gives me an idea. So just do a little square. This. Right here. There we go. Doesn't have to be a perfect pair, because not a perfect patch. All right, and the same thing. Where'd my pin go? Yeah. I'll do the little stitching around the patch, so it looks sewed on. There we go. There's one of the patches. We'll do the other one up here at the top. We have 5 minutes. That's right, Josh says, don't forget to sharpen my tools. I got 5 minutes, Josh. Thanks for posting that, Lisa. You know, that I did not know that about it, but I think that is very cool that that pin matches the globe. I think that's very cool. All right, there's the patch. And we'll do one more little pin little things here. So do that real quick. All right, one more. So where should we put this one? His booty seems like a good spot to me. That's where it wears out, like, right? Kind of on the booty. He does have some baggy pants. They're just like my pants. They're modeled after my pants. We're gonna make a little bigger one this time. I'm just gonna free out, because you know when you sit down, you know when you see a bear sitting in the woods, it's gonna be a little bit bigger. So we'll make a bigger patch this time. For fun. Come on. There we go. Go across here first. Yeah, I like this big patch. Notice I tried it in the back first, because that way if I screw it up, I can fix it usually. Look at that. See, I like that. Got a little big patch on his boot. So go ahead and make this about, put some stitching on it. This looks pretty cool. I like this bigger patch. Just like this. Just like that. Let's see if I forgot anything. See, look, there you go. See that? You can really see the patch on that one. So yeah, so he's got a little patch on his booty there. So I think that looks pretty good. Got, what else we got a, so there's little buttons on his, we'll put a little, there's 2 dots on his buttons, so we'll just put them there. I'll paint those in. No, I'm gonna wait to do those dots afterwards. That makes more sense. So yeah, all it is painting his eyes, and he's pretty good to go. Pretty happy with this guy, how he turned out, and we'll do a painting show. There is quarantine pants. Yes, there's like nobody cares what you're wearing on the bottom. Barry has junk in the trunk. That's right, babe. Barry's got back. How about that? Yeah. So this one pretty good for my. This is the first one. This is the second one. Yeah. There's, you know, I always like them to make them look a little different. Try new things every time. It'll be interesting to see. Like I said, I'll rub him down. I don't have it with me, but with a dental brush for like doing dentures, get all the fuzzies off of him, and we'll do a painting show sometime soon. I think next we're gonna do. What do you guys think? Do one of these guys. I've got the blank already cut. I know I like Christmas, but this one is a lot harder, and it should be. I think it'd be fun to do, because this is the one I cut my hand open on, with this thing with split right here, and so I'm kind of wanting to do the mess with the hat again. Here's the actual blank for it. So what do you guys think? Trying the gnome Santa again. Like that? Okay. Oh, yes. 8 seconds left. I got to sharpen my knife. Thanks, Mr. Josh. So, as always, we end every time sharpening up, if I don't forget. Thank you. This has been a fun little project with Mr. Bear. You guys have stuck with me through this. I appreciate it. I think we're going to go live again on Wednesday, unless, you know, who knows what happens, but that's the plan. I've got a new air conditioner in my office, so it is actually cool, so I can, it's easier to do these when I'm not sweating through everything. So with that, thank you guys as always for being here. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Eva, Dad, Josh. I think I already said Josh. Carrie, of course, you guys are awesome. And always, we always like to end with 4 things to remember. Number 1, we're apart, but we're not alone. Number 2, wash your hands still. I'm telling you. Number 3, hug those people around you if you can. Number 4, pray for those doctors and nurses on the front line because they're still having to take care of all of us who become ill. So pray for them, and it's a tough job. So anyway, with that, thank you guys so much. We'll see you next time. Appreciate all of you. Bye now.